Hi, I'm Osman, Master Level Energy Healer with telepathic capabilities, specializing in terminal illnesses and critical care recovery. I'm also an advanced level yoga and meditation teacher. Be sure to visit my website, yogawellness786.com, for more information on my services. Also, understand my therapies are all natural based and not a replacement for medical treatment. If you have a medical condition, be sure to consult with a licensed and registered, qualified medical professional in your locality. I wanted to discuss the harm or the dangers of promiscuity from a yoga sciences perspective. So I had occasion, to study under various teachers, and one of my teachers was very advanced in the yoga sciences. Mentioned that when one engages in any form of relationship, even if it's not physical intimacy, but you're falling in love with the person and you're talking and you enjoy talking, and the person enjoys talking to you as well, you form a bond, a psychic connection between the two of you, and that psychic connection with those who's got the psychic ability to see the spiritual world with the fully open third eye will notice a white thread of light from the navel region going out and connecting to the other person. So with the spiritual eye, even if you try to keep a relationship a secret, if we look at you, we will see the thread and see where it's going. So the person with the fully open third eye can see through walls, through any distance. And even if that distance is something, across countries, right? You can, start relationships, across country, especially with, social interactions on the internet. So you can see that connection and see who you connected with and easily to know. But this connection, it normally dissipates if you don't feed it for a 3-day period, right? If you had no closer intimacy than just, communication. So then you get where you have physical intimacy, like a sexual relationship, with the opposing party. So that white thread that connects from your navel region to that person's navel, it's like a rope, like a thick rope, that diameter. It's also a white, like white light, right? It's brilliant white light in color. It connects with that person. If you had one encounter, one sexual encounter, right? Only one, a one night stand. So that connection solidifies and will not break. So the verbal communication normally wears out and disappears after 3 days. The sexual encounters will sustain for a period of 12 years. So it doesn't say strong and the end of the 12th year, boom, it disappears. No, it slowly becomes weaker and weaker and weaker. By the 12th year, then it's completely, breaks off. So when you engage in these promiscuous activities and having, casual relationships, and that person has had probably, everyone's got their number. So let's work conservative figures that people had 3 encounters, right? Which is, many people are having 50 plus encounters, but let's talk normal, right? So of conservative people. So 3 encounters. So that person had 3 encounters, and maybe you also had 3 encounters, and you are connected to that person, and that person is connected to 3 other people, and you also connected to 2 other people, right? Or that person connected to 2 other people, you being the third. So you are not only connected to her, through her, you're connected to the 2 other people that she was connected with, and she is connected through you to the 2 other people that you are connected. So the mindset and the psychology and the stress and whatever is going on, you get connected to that, and those thoughts starts permeating and coming into you, and the big mixed jumble of thoughts, not only your thoughts, but thoughts of your loved one, and thought of your loved one's previous 2 other relationships, and then he's getting the thoughts of, the ones of the other 2, and then it starts growing, in levels, and then it becomes a bit lighter as you're going further and further apart, up the pyramid, like a pyramid scheme. But you are connected with a lot of people. So being promiscuous, you have to be very careful who you choose, because you have to notice their psychology, before, because if they all mixed up in their mind, in their psychology, you're gonna be connected to that mixed up mind, and your mind gonna also become mixed up, or getting influenced towards getting mixed up, and you're gonna lose your peace of mind. So in these days where promiscuity is not a taboo subject, and everyone has the right to have relationships as he wishes, and with the advent of the pill, it freed the woman to also be to explore relationships discreetly, though people are still doing it discreetly, the majority of people do, but they nevertheless enjoying it, but not knowing that you're connecting yourself to a 12-year cycle, and even no matter what you want, it's not going to just disappear, it's going to be connected. So only after 12 years of not having any connection with that person, or any intimacy, you're going to be freed from that person. So you may still pine for that person, or you may still hate that person so much in the first few years, depending which emotion you had, and also all their emotions, their connections are also connected to you. So then in the yoga and meditation sciences, they prescribe single partner relationships, where a person maintains celibacy until he's ready for marriage, and usually that is in his young adult life, in his early 20s, early to mid 20s, from the yogic sciences perspective and medical sciences perspective. So from a medical sciences perspective, it's because a woman is born with all the eggs the day she comes into this world, and as she gets older and older, the egg starts aging, and the risk of the impregnated fetus that grows into a child for having illnesses, and chronic conditions, and possibly dangerous conditions, or debilitating conditions, like Down syndrome and so forth, starts increasing as the lady becomes older and older. So some say after the age of 40 it is dangerous. Some people even say age of 35 and over. And the ideal time to have children is when the eggs are young, and the person is also mature enough, and that is below the age of 25. After the age of 25, from a medical sciences perspective, for a woman, is not healthy, for her to. So the risk of the child having, problems in the health or debilitating conditions starts increasing slowly as the years starts passing, and they call this the ticking away of the biological clock, right? So try to reduce, if you casually engage in discreet intimate relations, understand that there's going to be long-term impact to your psychology and your peace of mind, depending who you're connecting with. The person can seem to be the best on top, but you don't know how many they are connecting with, or connected with in the past, that you are going to connect not only to her, to everyone that she's connected to as well, right? So this is a very controversial subject that not many yoga science, yoga and meditation people are aware of, unless you delve very deeply into this field and yourself are very advanced and able to see for yourself, okay, this aspect. So hope that information sparks some curiosity in you and helps improve, reduce promiscuity in your life, and try to engage in exclusive relationships with one person, and build on that over time, and practice loyalty and demand loyalty as well, from the other partner, and don't get into open relationships. This is not something that is recommended in yoga science. So hope that information helps you, and take care of yourself always.